Good morning, everyone. My name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks for joining me today for Flossmas number 12. We are halfway through the Flossmas calendar, which I would say woo, but that's actually kind of sad because I'm kind of enjoying this. So I think I will, well, we'll see how I feel after Christmas, but I think I will kind of go until my birthday on the 28th. I'm drinking a white chocolate mocha. And what that means is that I bought white chocolate creamer yesterday and put it in my coffee. It's okay. I think I just don't put enough in because I don't like my coffee super sweet. And so I'm not getting a lot of flavor, but that's okay. But you are not here. Maybe you are here to hang out with me or drink coffee with me and talk about coffee. But what I think you're here for is advents and stitching and crafting and all sorts of things. So I did my face today. This is, you're not here to talk about this either, but I'm going to talk about it. This is a Wonder Skin lip stain in black vinyl that was an exclusive Black Friday sale, and I totally bought it, and I love it. I think it looks good. And then I put a little gloss on top. All right, so let's talk about advents. So on this Flossmas, and most Flossmases actually, I opened the Forbidden Fiber Co. Advent Calendar. This year it is a Christmas Carol themed, and the way it works, I say this every time I know, but it's a different kind of process than most Advent boxes. So on the odd days you get a little gift, and on the even days there's one kitted pattern, and on the even days you get a floss for the pattern and the pattern with that color added in. So it's an even day. Excuse me. That white chocolate peppermint mocha is in my throat now. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, it's a light gray. A light gray. It is called Marley. There you can see it. It's a little bluer sorry, my heat just turned off. It's very loud. It's a little bluer than you're seeing, but it's very pretty. So let's put this here and we'll see where it is in the pattern. Well, let me show you where we are so far. Actually, I have it in my, oh, it's like the same color as this. Not quite. I lied. That's a lie. I'm a lying liar. And this is all gift. So this is one of the days. The fabric is one of the days. A pair of scissors is one of the days. So here we are. And I did work on this last night, and I filled in all of the yellow. So I did the lamp, and then I did this like little doodad of yellow here, which is hard to see because it's similar to the color of the thing. So that's where we are now. And at the top, there are words that say Christmas in green, heart in red, and year in this yellow. And my friend Marianne messaged me because we were talking about this on my mom's Zoom last Friday. And by the way, my mom has a knitting podcast. Well, mostly a knitting vlog. She hasn't podcasted in a while. A knitting daily vlog. And she's opening a couple knitting advent calendars. So if you're interested in hanging out with my mom in the morning, she is Flame and Fiber podcast, and I will link her down below. But she has a Zoom once a month where a bunch of folks come together and knit together and craft together. And Marianne and I were talking, well, we were all talking about this, and Marianne and I both remembered, so this is called, the pattern's called Honor Christmas. And we both remembered that there was Honor Christmas in your heart, right? At some point. And the other day I brought out my version, which is like a not complete version, and the end did not say that. And so she found it. It's when he's talking to the ghost of Christmas yet to come, and he's like basically begging to like not have all these bad things happen. And he says he'll honor Christmas in his heart. So thank you, Marianne, for reminding me of where that was and finding that. All right, let's see where Marley is. Not very many colors. Let's see here. It's not at the top. Okay, so it is Oh, good. It actually connects some things that I have been avoiding stitching. So that makes sense. Okay, so I'll show you where it is. So it is only in the person. It fills in this whole area. And then I have been mentioning that there's like a top hat up here, that there is a little doodad over here, a little doodad over here. So it also connects to this doodad and it connects to the top hat. So I'll work on that tonight. It's only 163 stitches in this color. So I can just pound that out, especially since it's like a block, you know, a couple blocks of color. Cool. So I'll do that tonight. That'll go on my plans list. The other thing I want to do is I want to fill in these little swirly things. There's another swirly thing down here, and then there's another swirly thing over here in the green. So let me just show you the colors that we have so far so you can see them all together, and I'll put it so you can see it on the fabric too. We have, I think this is our 6th color, which would make sense. It's the 12th. And I'm hoping I get a floss ring soon. Because we're messy. We're messy in this bag. This is a messy bag of flosses. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so we have so far, the fabric is a 32 count Belfast linen in the, no, not Marley, in the colorway Counting House. And so we have Marley, which is new. We have Christmas Yet to Come, which is like a darker gray, medium gray. No, yeah. We have Christmas Present, which is a green. Fezziwig is a red. Bah Humbug exclamation mark is a darker gray. And then Tiny Tim is the yellow. So those are our colors, and that's where we are. And I will hopefully get some of that finished, that color at least finished today. I think that'll be good. We'll put this back in the bag so I don't lose anything. And this bag is great. So I think from now on, every single project bag that I make, and I have an idea for a cool project bag project, is going to have a handle, because it is fantastic. All right, the other thing that we do is we open up our 12 Days of Beauty Advent from Ulta, and we are in, yeah, we're in 12. I just want to make sure I did 11. Is there a big finale? Probably not. This was not very expensive. This is more just like opening gifties. Another little palette. Ooh, it's a nice little neutral eye palette that's sparkly. That's nice. That'll actually get some use too. So I have to say, for someone who doesn't wear makeup very often, this was a decent palette for me. Like, it's a lot of a decent box for me. There are a lot of things in here that I probably will use at some point in some way. Now, I may not use them for their intended purpose, but I may use them in some way. So that's very cool. So we're done with this now, which means that my future videos will be shorter. They won't be shorter at all. Yeah, so that's my Advent stitching. I also made a couple more cards, and this is actually the card pattern I'm stitching. Oh, for those of you who are new, welcome. Oh, I forgot my antlers. I'll wear them tomorrow. I bought antlers yesterday. For those of you who are just joining me, I'm making Christmas cards. I'm stitching Christmas cards, and this is actually the pattern that got me interested in stitching. So I've stitched a bunch of several different styles. But it was really this tree that got me like, oh, I kind of want to stitch cards. So this is what it looks like. And I love it. And then this is the other one. And so I sort of alternated a variegated and a less variegated. And these are two different variegateds, if you can't tell. So, yeah. So anyway, these I really love, and I had planned on using like a micron pen to do like a trunk, but I love these just the way they are. Oh, and I want to respond. My mom had commented, because my plan is to cover the inside with a paper. And so I'm going to attach white paper here and then fold it in the middle and have it floppy over here. That way I could like write sentiments and stuff on it. And she said, don't, because it's seeing the stitching is pretty. Yes, but this is not super well glued in. So this is just using like a glue stick. So it needs the extra support of the paper on the back to stay there. So I will be doing that, even though my mother said I didn't have to. The other thing I said I was going to do, oh, hold on a sec, I need to get it. The other thing I said I was going to do is to start working on my mixed media embroidery class from the Embroidery Guild of America. And I did start working on that. And the first lesson is working with soluble fibers, soluble fabric, what's it called? Working with soluble fabric. And basically you're making a fabric out of orts. And so here are the examples. These are like an earring and brooch set. And those of you who know me know I love a brooch. So this uses free motion sewing, which means that you have to lower the feed dogs on your sewing machine. And I could not figure out how to lower the feed dogs on my sewing machine. I Googled it. I downloaded the manual. There's going to be some things falling. I downloaded the manual for my sewing machine. There's nothing about lowering the feed dogs in there. I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'll use my grandmother's sewing machine. I have my grandmother's sewing machine here. Hers is older. And so doesn't have as many like stitches, but is more sturdy. And I thought maybe that would have, I'd be able to lower feed dogs in that, but it's the same brand and it needs to be serviced. So it does not work at the moment. It like runs, but I think it's gunky on the inside. So it needs to be professionally cleaned. And I don't have the energy to take care of that right now. So I kept Googling about these feed dogs, and I found the Brother like help page, because it's a Brother sewing machine. And it's like, you can't lower the feed dogs, but you have to use the darning plate. And I'm like, what the hell's a darning plate? So they had a picture, and I don't throw anything out. So I looked in my little stash. This is a darning plate. So this goes over the feed dogs, snaps in, and I can free motion, which means that I can work on this project today, and I can also mend my husband's jeans that I've been struggling to mend for like 6 months. So what I did yesterday is I took 2 pieces of, this doesn't look like much, and it may not look like much when it's done, but I took 2 pieces of water-soluble stabilizer. This is Sulky Super Solvy. And I put orts in between them and then wet it so that they're like in there. And then basically you free motion sew over them to make a fabric. And then I'm assuming you dissolve it and you have like this fabric made out of orts. So that's going to be my thing today. So my plan today is to make a couple more cards, work on the stitching on the blue, work on my free motion sewing, and then this evening I have I host a craft night at my local arts council, which I'll talk about in a second. And I'm not sure what I'm going to bring. I'll either bring cards or crocheting. And crocheting makes me think of Denise from Black Ribbon Stitch Studio, who told me that I was sassy yesterday. Yes, I was sassy, because I know people have very strong feelings about their favorite Christmas movies. My favorite Christmas movie is, of course, Muppets Christmas Carol, which came out 31 years ago yesterday, and so it was the anniversary. And so I tried to start a fight in the comments, and it didn't work. No one fought me, because most people recognize that Muppets Christmas Carol is superior. But the other reason I wanted to bring up the Columbus Arts Council, which is my local arts council, is because I'm doing a birthday fundraiser. So my birthday is December 28th, and I am doing a birthday fundraiser to raise money for the Columbus Arts Council. The details are down in the Dropbox below, but basically, if you donate any amount to the Columbus Arts Council using the link below, and fill out my little Google form, which is linked below, you'll be entered to win a birthday prize pack. And I'm thinking I might do like a live, like a birthday live, hang out with me, chat, whatever, on December 28th. I think that'll be really fun. I haven't done a live in a very long time. I hadn't done very many lives, and I kind of want to do one. And speaking of my birthday, thank you all for your kind words about my biscornu. This is my first biscornu, and this is the first fa la 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 fabulous, fully finished for 44 Fiesta Fete. People kept giving me extra words in the comments yesterday. I'm gonna try and make this thing as long as possible. Anyway, so this was inspired by my, so it's actually called 4 for 44. So 4 fully finishes for 44. Was inspired by Stitchy Sally, who was doing 6 starts for 6 for 60, 6 starts for 60, whose birthday is today. So happy birthday, Stitchy Sally. So head over to Stitchy Sally's channel and wish her happy birthday. But I just couldn't start 4 projects. I have too many projects that need to be finished, and I just could not start 4 projects, so I figured I would fully finish 4 projects, which was also nicely alliterative. So that's that, and I think that's it for me. So I'm just having a relaxy, crafty day today, and just trying to get some stuff done, and also clean in my house. Those of you who work sort of jobs that have ebbs and flows, you know, like accountants. I'm a professor, professors, teachers, accountants, retail workers. You definitely have like your intense periods, and there are other ones too, I'm sure, but those are the ones just off the top of my head. You have intense periods, and then you have like lulls, and in your intense periods, your house sort of suffers. So in your lulls, you clean that up a bit. I'm in a lull now after an intense, and so I'm going to clean up my house a little bit and work on that. Yeah, I'm excited. That's it from me. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.